Good morning, traders. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Showdown. Now, unfortunately, today won't be a showdown because FxBigDog will not be joining us today due to the power outage here in Florida from the hurricane that we just had. So, wish him luck. He's trying to figure everything out over there. But for you guys, you're going to be watching me doing some analysis today and some trading. So, if you guys love some ICT concepts, love some market maker models, you're going to enjoy today. I'm going to go over these concepts just like how I go over it in my VIP sessions every morning. And we're going to do that this morning and make some live trades. So, stick around to the end, and I'll see you guys right after this. All right. Welcome back to Traders Network Club. If you guys are brand new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe to us. We post this every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Usually big dogs join us and we do a little showdown, breaking down some pairs and placing some live trades. Now, it's just going to be me today doing that. So we're going to have some fun with these pairs, and I'm going to have some fun doing this by myself. No big dog bothering me today. All right. Let's go ahead and open up the dashboard here, and let's go take a look at what trades that we have holding and what opportunities do we have to go ahead and trade. All right, that is not the one I wanted. Give me 1 second. All right, I think that looks a little better. Should be able to be it. Okay. No, it does not do that. All right. Usually Big Dog does the overlays here, so bear with me. All right. Welcome back, guys. As you can see on the dashboard here, we have the CAD Swiss holding some positions. And then we also have the Aussie CAD holding 9 positions here. Okay. Break even at 92, 1.8, holding some sells. So let's go take a look here at the Aussie CAD. And I'm going to take a look at the daily and the weekly. So first thing I can see, we have this external buy side liquidity range. This is where the draw of liquidity would be. Okay. This is where I'm expecting price to continue to move here on the Aussie CAD. So I'm pretty bullish here on the Aussie CAD, as I've been saying with the Aussie CAD, New Zealand CAD, expecting a lot of buy side liquidity areas to be swept. And look at this expansion that we're having right now through this internal buy side. So once again, very, very bullish. As you can see, looking at the weekly, every bullish PDRA has been respected. We had this market structure shift of displacement right here. Okay, so we displace, creating a change of character in the market. Then that means that we're obviously looking for these buy side areas to be the draw of liquidity. And then look at bullish PDRAs, respected. So continue on the buy side of the curve here. And when we have these run stops, then we can just have more opportunity to trade the internal of this model, right? So looking at the external, very bullish on the external here on the Aussie CAD. This would be the draw of liquidity. So going back to the 4-hour here we have this expansion move. What we're probably going to see, when price continues to move up, we'll see this expansion move, and maybe we get some sort of manipulation in the market before price goes and continues to expand to this buy side external liquidity. Before we do that, we might have this expansion, and then we have equilibrium sitting here. Possibly can move higher if price continues to move higher. Equilibrium is just 50% of this price leg, of this move, of this swing. And what I'm looking for is a rebalance to equilibrium. So what you'll see, equilibrium will be sitting at like these internal lows meaning that we want to see an internal liquidity sweep here, all these lows, and rebalancing this price leg to equilibrium before we see price continue to move higher. So as we're holding these positions, that's all we can do right now is continue to wait for a internal grab. Okay. So very bullish. We're holding some buys. I'm going to continue to stay bullish here in my VIP session. Taking buys here on the Aussie CAD. Very, very bullish here. Now, if we take a look at the New Zealand CAD, this is what we also do for those that are new. With dollar cost averaging strategy, we look for the external model. We use market maker models, and I identify the external model, meaning that we're looking for where price is hunting liquidity, not the internal liquidity where price is running internal liquidity as such as buy and sell stops and insufficiency, right? We like to target those external liquidity ranges because those are where price is expanding to. That reduces our positions that we take. So if you look here at the New Zealand CAD, good morning, Jan. If we take a look at the New Zealand CAD, same thing we're going to see here. That internal model, go to the weekly here. Once again, bullish breaker respected. Price came back into this breaker. What do we have here? Oh, look at this. This thing deleted my... I'm going to delete some stuff here. So what we had an expansion move. Oh, that wasn't a straight line, but this move right here was our expansion move. We ran displaced through this order block, which failed. Now this holds as a breaker block, meaning a breaker block now is a failed order block that's supposed to play as resistance, but because we broke through it, now that it plays as support. So price comes here and it will be an area of support. So we had now identified that we are changing character. So where, if price was changing character to the upside, where would the rest in liquidity be? Right here. Look at all this low resistance liquidity run here. See that? This is where price is moving. If we change character, price is reversing the market. Where is it looking to hunt? Buy side liquidity. Where is the buy side liquidity? Here we have resting liquidity here. Okay. So what happened is price ran up here, but then we had a retracement because we wanted to rebalance this price leg, and we also wanted to come back to this breaker as support. Meaning this breaker. Now, what is the point of this breaker? This breaker is in an internal liquidity area, meaning that we have resting sell stops in this area. Retail buyers are buying in on this price leg, and they're resting their sell stops in this area. Price comes back to sweep those sell stops to continue to push price higher to those areas that price is hunting. But as we had this retracement, we're looking at the internal more now. Here's the internal model, right? Here's the internal model as we're trading the external model, right? Everything is fractal when it comes to these concepts. I've said that probably 100 times. My VIP members, I think I've stuck it into their brain. So I think we have two things here. There we go. That's better. Let's go delete this. So because we came back to this breaker, what now has happened has given me more confluence. Is that we've come into this range, this breaker, sweeping sell stops, and then we displace out of it. That now tells me with this displacement that we also create insufficiency. We create insufficiency here. What did price do? It came back into that insufficiency and then displaced again. We had another retest and displaced again. So once again, bullish sentiment here on the New Zealand CAD. We are getting a nice expansion here on the weekly. So let's go to the daily here. This internal high has been swept. We actually swept that high here. Then we had this retracement here. So if you look here, here's buy side getting swept on this candle right here. And then if I go to the 4 hour, what do we have? We had a run stop here. An energetic move to the downside. create sell side insufficiency. What did price do? Ran through that insufficiency. Now we're bullish. Continue bullish. We came back, swept that internal high as well. Then what happened again? Price just rebalanced again. And then we expanded. So very, very bullish here. There's obviously can be due for correction here, but looking at the external, we're going to buy on the New Zealand CAD because here's the resting liquidity that we're targeting. So we have a lot of room to the upside to go ahead and trade this move. Then looking for an internal grab to the sell side. Oh, I got to sneeze. It's going to come out. So, whew, it doesn't want to come out. All right. We're going to go ahead and buy on the New Zealand CAD, even though we've had a nice rally already. Things can now understand what a breaker block is. Perfect. Now that we already established that what the external model is, right? Where we moving with the external move. It's bullish. But now that doesn't mean that we can get some sort of correction, right? We're already seeing an expansion. Maybe price wants to come back to this order block and then run higher. And we can trade those internal grabs because we're only targeting 20 pips, right? 20 net pips. But because we dollar cost average here, it's a different way of how we trade. We look for the external, we trade the external move. And that just helps us reduce the amount of positions we get in. So let's go with the buyer on the New Zealand CAD using our Smart Entry AI tool. And with a click, we're in. All right. There's that. Okay. There's that for the New Zealand CAD and the Aussie CAD. We're also holding some positions here in the CAD Swiss. I think we're holding some sells here. No, we're not. We're holding buys. Okay. We're holding buys here on the CAD Swiss. Right now, I'm actually bearish looking at this internal model here on the CAD Swiss. Yeah, we had the buy side of the curve, took out this buy side. We created this insufficiency here with a run to liquidity. This was a run to liquidity. This was the liquidity right here. Keep in mind with price action, what insufficiency are you looking at in the market? Don't just be looking at every single fair value gap you see. That's not how it works. It has to have context. We see a run to liquidity. This run to liquidity creates insufficiency. This becomes a key area of support and resistance. Price runs through that area, now giving us more bearish sentiment. Where would price be moving to? Sell side liquidity. Where's sell side liquidity? We have all the sell side liquidity here, and this external that price can move to. So we're seeing now price running through this liquidity here. Now we maybe get a retracement. Don't know where price could be retracing to. Maybe we're retracing to, maybe we create insufficiency here. We haven't done that yet. Maybe price wants to run to this order block, come back, retest that inversion. There's more buy stop sitting here. So maybe we get this and then this. Or we could possibly just get a institutional order flow drill because we're so there's so much selling pressure in the market that we just run to sell side. Oops, what happened here? Either way, I'm looking at this model right here. This is my internal model. And this would be my draw. All right. We got the US dollar CAD and the Euro US dollar available. Let's go ahead and see what we got there for those pairs. US dollar CAD, going to the daily. Rest in liquidity. What do we have here? Once again, accumulation. Here we have a different concept of price action. What do we see here? Well, first we need to identify what's this. Right here, we had a range bound support and resistance. So we accumulated in this range. And then we saw this expansion. Price came out, took out all this resting buy side. Now what happens is we get this move in the market. This indicates that a lot of retail traders like to trade breakouts. We're breaking out and we're moving higher. So this was a manipulation in the market, manipulated buyers, okay, thinking we're going to continue to buy. But nope, we manipulated the market and then we ran all the way to sell side here. But what did we get here? This expansion move was a great displacement through this area. This indicates or identifies now as a market structure shift. We see a change of character in the market. Price runs through these areas. We didn't come here and sweep these lows, right? We ran through those lows. So it's not just hunting this, but we're changing character, hunting more resting sell side liquidity. Then how do we wait for more confluence? Then we wait for price to retest, and let's see if price respects a bearish PD array. Where do we have a bearish PD array? This order block. Not only that, let me go to the weekly so I can give you a little bit more context here. See this weekly order block that was playing as support in this range bound? This weekly order block right here. See this weekly order block, this down close candle right here. It's another down close candle right here as well. So here we had this market moving up here and we were buying, and then we had some sellers, right? This created an order block. This order block was playing as a key area support. Price came back down, tested, rallied, came back down, tested, displays. This is when we had that move to this area. So this was playing as a key area support. Then price came and displaced through that area of support. So once we have a breakthrough of this area of support, that order block now becomes resistance. Okay. So going back to the daily, here's my weekly order block. Price comes back into that weekly order block, including this daily order block as well. And we see reaction. Not only that, we see a wick run to this insufficiency and then come closing back below this order block. Once again, this is identifying to me a run of buy stops. When we identify runs of stops, we always can anticipate the price will run to the opposite side. So what did we get here? We had a run to the downside, to this internal low. We swept this internal low. We didn't continue to expand through this. Okay, we didn't continue to expand through this. So I would like to see price expand through that, displacing through that low. So let's go to the 4 hour and see why we didn't get that. We had a nice strong movement in the 4 hour. But look, we created this insufficiency, once again, insufficiency of the move to liquidity. This is the run to that sell side liquidity that created this insufficiency. This, once again, will play as a key area of support and resistance. Does it break through this area? If so, then we could possibly start looking to see if these bullish P arrays are getting disrespected, and we're respecting the bearish P arrays getting disrespected. The bullish P arrays are starting to get respected. Because why? We're holding this insufficiency, this buy side imbalance. Okay? This buy side imbalance is holding. This is a run to the internal liquidity. We're getting a run to internal liquidity, sweeping buy stops. So first thing we have to identify, what is price doing right now? Well, price is sweeping buy stops. It's pretty clear. We're ran into a bearish imbalance, right? There's buy stops sitting in this area. This is what price is doing. And we've ran those areas of buy stops. We also have this order block in here as well. So insufficiency with an order block aligning together adds more confluence. There's resting buy stops here. We're sweeping buy stops. Once the market sweeps buy stops, I'm anticipating for it to run lower. If we're continuing to be bearish, I want to see it run lower. Where do I want to see it break through? I want to see it disrespect this buy side imbalance, because this was the run to internal liquidity that created that insufficiency. This insufficiency will play a support, which it is right now, but I want to see if it continues to, or if it's going to run through this. If it runs through this, then I'm bearish to this initial low and possibly those resting areas that I was showing you earlier. Okay, so pretty bearish, just haven't had more confluence yet. But looking at the external model, yes, I'm bearish. We now have received the run of buy stops. We're still accumulating in this sell side insufficiency, the sell side imbalance, and we're waiting for more confluence to add to our bias, which is bearish. So once again, I'm going to stick with the external. We're going to go and sell here on the US dollar CAD because we're sitting in a sell side imbalance. I will sell. All right. If you guys love the concepts that I'm going through, the analysis that I'm breaking down, guys, I do this from Monday to Friday every morning in my VIP sessions. So if you guys want to get more involved in these type of concepts and trading and using the tool that I'm using as well, go ahead and check out VIP membership. Or if you have any questions, email us at support. I'll go ahead and throw that on the screen. You can email us there if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to help you there. Let's take a look at the Euro US dollar, our last pair. All right, now that we're identified the US dollar CAD and we see it pretty bearish, I like to use these two pairs as a correlation here. So you're again, I'm going to go to the weekly. I'm going to show you, break you down through this whole bias here. Yeah, we have resting buy side. We've taken out this initial high. We still have this high that I'd like to see price continue to run to. Okay. Pretty bullish, if anything, because looking at this weekly, once again, nice expansion move. Nice expansion move here through these bearish PD rays. Okay. This could be identified as a change of character, meaning that all this rest and liquidity up here, all this rest and liquidity becomes a draw to price one and draw into. So right now we've had a move, we've accumulated, we've taken out some sort of sell side here as well. And once again, we accumulate. I still want to see this buy side be my draw of liquidity, just looking for this internal model here. I always was expecting that we could see some more correction here because of this displacement move that we had. We created this insufficiency here. We did have price running to it. I'd like to see it retest this area. But it never did. So once again, we're just kind of accumulating this range. So I have to go to the lower time frame and kind of break down the internal model. This was the internal model right here that we've been trading. As you can see, all this information here. This was the sell side, the buy side, and we're targeting this buy side. So in our VIP sessions, we're taking advantage of all these bullish PD rays, buying to this area. We've now swept that area, and then we started taking advantage of the internal grab. So the internal model of that model, which is here, right? Fractal. Price runs to this daily order block. There's a run of sell stops. Once price swept those areas of sell stops, what we have here, we had displacement. Let's go to 4 hours so you can see better. Now you can see this model. Zoom in. Here's the internal model again. Here's the internal model. Market structure shift. Identifies a market structure shift. Once we hit that order block, we displaced through these bearish P rays. Okay, this insufficiency, these order blocks here below, we displaced through this. Once again, price came back, respecting it. Displaced. Another run stop. Price runs through that insufficiency. Then we hit our buy side liquidity range. Okay. So what we got going on now that buy side's been taken, what do we have now? Once buy side was taken, let's see. Price came back into this inversion. Look at this, an energetic move, a sudden move into internal liquidity. When we see these runs to internal liquidity and it respects it, understand this now identifies to me a run stop. Okay, so if we're running these stops, if we're running sell stops, price is running sell stops to push price higher. Then what we see, price respected that inversion, and then we ran now above it. We're running above this sell side insufficiency. This sell side insufficiency right here, this red box, this was the insufficiency of the move to internal liquidity. We're now disrespecting it. We're running above it. Now we're starting to come back to retest it. Perfect. We're retesting that inversion, that sell side insufficiency, and this order block. So price is running again, sell stops, and possibly running up higher. So if I go the 1 hour here, there we go. Price is running into this area. So we have this insufficiency again here too. But price is running to the sell side insufficiency, that inversion, to push price higher. So pretty bullish here, looking for this external grab here. I'm going to go with a buy here on the Euro US dollar. All right. So there's the recap, guys, for this morning. Took a buy on the Euro US dollar. We are holding the Aussie CAD sells. I think we're going to have to just be a little more patient with that because I do expect I'm pretty bullish there on the external. And then we took a buy on the New Zealand CAD and we took a sell on the US dollar CAD. Okay. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Sorry, Big Dog couldn't be here as he's running around trying to get his power started. Yeah, we are in Florida, so we just got hit by a hurricane. Fortunate for me, I'm still good. But as long as everyone's safe, then we should be fine. So appreciate you guys. Again, stay tuned for next Friday for another showdown. Other than that, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys next time.